Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to, what do we call it? What I've been playing, what I've been watching, and what I've been reading. I know you're all desperate to find out what's Tony been watching and reading. What's he up to? Let us know. So, to save any mass hysteria and panic out there, calm down. I'm going to tell you, okay? Played quite a few games. Again, most of them are fighting games. Basically, my Round the World with 80 fighting game series, I played some shit games. One of the games was so bad, I stopped recording. I thought, I played some bad games, I've left them in there. I haven't rage quit, but I didn't continue. And it was a very short video. One of the two of them under 10 minutes. I was like, nah, fuck it, put it out there. You'll see what the true experiences of these games, you know. But before I get into that, okay, it is game/movie related, okay. I framed them a while ago, but I haven't actually got around to putting them up, okay. My behind the camera, I have done like a quick view. My games room tour as well. It's like an hour 5 minute long video. I can talk for fucking Wales, can I? Yeah, so it does show my artwork, okay? I love artwork, okay? I don't like to put pictures or posters up on the wall unless it's in a frame. So I've framed some pictures, but I'm thinking long term with my games room, I need to buy another unit, okay? While we're on the units then, you can see I've that's moved over. All my PS1 games have moved over. You can see just down there, that's where it looks a bit of a mess. That's all my, one Mega Drive game that I own, Primal Rage, and all my my Master System games. I've had to pull out of that shelf unit. They're going into this unit because I added 30, maybe 40 games to the collection over the last week or so. So unfortunately, something's had to come out. So my Master System's going to go up there, you know. It's really therapeutic. It's good for the old mental health, sorting out your games, and it reminds you some of the games you've got. You go, I fuck, didn't know I had that. Like saying that, one of the Need for Speed games, like, oh yeah, I'm really excited to have this in the collection. When I was putting it back in the shelves, I already had it. Dumbass. So I got 2 copies of one of the Need for Speeds. I can't remember which one it is. I'm not the biggest car racing game fanatic, you know. Get easily confused at my old age. So yeah, I was going to show off. I got some of my framed artworks, okay. These came with the bitmap book. See that book? Get used to this pointing. That book there. I bought like the deluxe or the higher edition one. It's a fantastic book, okay. Let me know in the comments if you want me to read through it. I'm more than happy to do that. If there's a demand for it, I'll definitely do a video on it showing off how good it is. But it came with these A4 art pieces, okay. Now, this one I've actually, luckily you can't really see it, but I have actually cracked the screen. But when you're looking at it, you can't, the glass is smashed in it. I went for cheap frames. So it's that one. This one looks amazing. It's one of my favourite King of Fighters art pieces. That is. Looks really good in the black frames. This one I went for a silver frame. And this one I went for a gold frame with my boy Kaio Kasangi. He's one of my favourite characters in there, okay? But he's okay to play as, but he doesn't make my top 5. Maybe he's in my top 10. Maybe he's like ranked 6 or 7. That's a good idea for a top 3 Tuesday, actually. So I went for a gold frame on that one. So I'm going to get these. They are the frames you got. They can either be standing up that way, or I plan to have them up on the wall. But my games room wall is full, okay? My mate Chris is going to put my, I got one here, my skateboards. I got these Huff skateboards. I got them for decoration. I ain't the skater boy. I'll break my fucking back if I went on that. But yeah, so they're going to be, I got 2. I got another one as well. They're going up above my windows, but I don't know where these pictures are going to go, but I think they might have to maybe overflow into my hallway or something like that. I don't mind. Trying to keep my gaming stuff and my movie stuff upstairs. I don't know why. I just want to be a bit more of a grown-up downstairs. And then when you come upstairs, like, not everyone comes upstairs in my house, isn't it? And like, my mates know all about me anyway. I got a fucking YouTube channel, so I'm not trying to hide it, but maybe I will get round to putting some of the art pieces downstairs. This one, I bought this quite a while ago. This looks amazing in the frame. Bought that in Comic-Con. It's obviously Kaneda's bike from Akira. And what I loved about this is I was umming and ahhing. It's got there. It's got the 46, Valentino Rossi 46 on there. So I thought, yeah, he's coming home with me. I couldn't find a frame this size because I thought, because it was in like a pack, in a seal, I suppose. I thought this comes out, but it's actually part of the cardboard. It's all like one big piece. And then I bought this frame for something other picture. But then I thought, I wonder if my bike will fit in there. And it does. It looks really good. So I think that one's going to be in my hallway. Just something, maybe when I come home from work, and it's just something to just go, yeah, there are good things in this world, you know, if I've had a bad day. And this one looks really cool as well. The Predator. I bought this in Comic-Con, the one I just got back from in July. How cool does that look? Really happy with that. That's going to look sick. But it's kind of, I might get away with these downstairs because, you know, they look a bit old, artifacty, kind of, a bit more grown up, you know. So, yeah, I'll keep you posted on that. Like, this is my style. I got a serious frame, lovely frame. It's big, heavy frame. And then I got Terry Bogard and Rock Howard. It's like an old family picture, you know, but it lives in the game room. I'm always moving this around. I talk to it. Oh, Terry, I've had a terrible day. And he talked back to me and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, honest, that's what happens. Yeah, so he's always here, there and everywhere. Love that picture frame. It's a bit random though, isn't it? Yeah, so that's my plan. It's my last day off before I go back from my holiday. I'm back in work tomorrow. So I'll be thinking, what have I actually done on my week off? Obviously, catch up on video games. It's not a waste of time. If anyone says it's a waste of time, you're entitled to your opinion, but but you're wrong. Your opinion is wrong. It's not a waste of time. Yeah. So I'll go through the games I've been playing then. So I have been playing Final Fantasy VII as well. I played it a little bit. I think my guys now, I'm just doing that leveling up thing again. I'm just in my comfort zone and like I'm watching a movie or I'm watching YouTube or something like that. There's so much things to watch on YouTube. I'm getting into like the crime. I can't remember the name. There's some big YouTube channels where the like police interrogation videos of these like murders. It's fascinating. You got like these psychologists and all these experts. I don't know what they called it. But then like they pose it and they say, he's probably thinking this right now. Or if he was innocent, he would have said this. Or and it's fascinating. And some of them are like 3 hours long or longer. And it's just, you know, the day just goes then. And then another one recommended, like all the recommended ones now are quite dark murder things. Anyone else get addicted to these? It's just fascinating. And you think, shit, you're feeling down, I got to go to work. And then you think, at least I'm not that guy that fucking murdered his whole family. Do you know what I mean? Your life's not that fucking bad. Like, a job's not bad. I enjoy my job. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so back to what I've been playing. And yeah, so I played a little bit of Final Fantasy. Haven't got any updates to report on. I have been told though, I'm playing it on the PS5 and it's 3 discs, isn't there, on the original? That's 3, yeah. 3 discs on the original game on the PlayStation 1 because it's such a big game, it couldn't fit it on 1 disc. It does actually tell you when you're on disc 2. So apparently I'm close where I'm at now. I'm quite close to disc 2. It's exciting. I'm excited to see what it says, you know. Is it going to tell me to insert disc 2? And I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? disc 1, isn't it? It's digital. But, yeah, so I haven't got much of an update on that, but we're all around about the level 45, 46. I'm probably now going to get my whole team up to level 50 or above, then continue, and it should be easy sailing for a couple of hours. Right, I only paid £2 for this game, The Division 2, and so far, I'm so impressed with it. Like, you have got to be online to play it. That's the reason I wasn't bothered. I did say before, Division 1, I was living back home. Yeah, I was in my late 30s, but I was saving to buy my first house. You know, it's hard to do it on your own. It's hard to do it when you got a partner. So while I was saving, I was back home. I'm not ashamed of it. Yeah, so I really enjoyed it, but it says online connection required. This will not work if your internet goes down. So I thought, right, stupid idea, I won't play it. But, wow, I wish I played this when it first came out. Yes, I paid £2 for it, so I would have paid £50, £60. Quite a lot of people still playing it online. There's loads of people, actually. No matter what time of the day I'm playing it, there's loads of people online. Because, you know, in the like lobbies or something, you can see other people running around, you know. All drastically higher. Like, I'm only level 9 on it now. It's quite a lot to take in, because I don't play a lot of these kind of games. But this is my jam. This really is my jam. I can happily play. The gameplay's really good. It's fair. It's tough, but it's fair. You don't go, oh, that wasn't fair. There's one or two things. The only thing I'm being really picky, other than the fact you've got to be online to play it, so you can't pause it as well. But the thing that is bugging me, I suppose, if I'm being really picky, is, you know, when you press X to take cover, so you're taking cover behind a car. It's really, if the guy's coming on the corner, it's a little bit too slow to just move and run in the other direction. Maybe I'm playing it wrong, but I feel like I'm fighting against the controls, you know. It's like, move quick kind of thing. But I love the fact, my favourite thing in it is the turret that he's got. And it's a good turret. It gives me like Borderlands. I'm not comparing this game to Borderlands 2. But every time I play Borderlands 2, I always go the guy with the turret and level up the turret. So it gives me that kind of vibe. Makes me feel like I'm not on my own doing these missions as well, you know. And it's cool. You can set your turret up this side of the room. Then you're free then to run around and like flank them and stuff like that, while your turret's just consistently firing. Yeah, really good game. Very impressed with the graphics. I don't know how old this game is. But, oh yeah, seeing there, I was reading on the back there, Ubisoft House Guildford. That's right by the train station. I used to work in, well, one of the stores I used to visit when I was regional manager was in Guildford. And I just got off the train and I was on the phone to someone and I was like, oh, wow, Ubisoft offices. Yeah, so I know, wow, yeah, big ups. Really good game. £2. I think it's something like £5 in CEX. It's worth that. Trust me, if you're ever on the fence for that game, take my word for it. It's unless it's something I'm not aware of. It's a great game for £2 I paid for it, you know. Speaking of great games, you all probably know this is a great game. Samurai Showdown. I don't remember if I talked about this. I played this. It's on Around the World's 80 Fighting Games, but it's brilliant. And obviously they're going to be doing a rollback netcode coming out next year sometime. And it's nice to finally play as some of the characters. I didn't finish it. I got to the end boss. I played as Nakaruru. But once I'd finished recording, I did play as some of the other DLC carriers. Warden, he's pretty good fun. Or the Warden, whatever he's called. Yeah, really, really good fun that was. It's a beautiful game as well. Okay, speaking of beautiful games, Svc Chaos, okay? This is actually, people say, oh, I wish there was a Capcom vs SNK 2. Some people consider, a third one, sorry, Capcom vs SNK 3. Some people consider this Capcom vs SNK 3, but it's actually made by SNK. And my favourite thing, I probably wouldn't own this game if it wasn't for the fact how good the characters look. The two standout characters for me, just visual, is Sagat. He's a work of art in this game because he's an SNK style character, and Balrog. And when you're on the character selection, Balrog's head is like ducking and weaving like Mike Tyson used to. They've nailed the characters, right? I think my video of this is something like 7 minutes long, including me showing the roster, because there's no time limit on the character select screen. I think stage spoiler. I know millions of people watch those videos. Some of them only getting 4 or 5 views. So maybe save yourself watching whatever episode this is going to be. I didn't get past the first fucking stage, you know. And it was very cheap what the computer did. I thought, I'm done. And it, like, do you want to continue? I was like, nope, I don't want to continue. But visually, it's a great game. But it's SNK hard. It's on SNK standards, it's a hard game. And that's saying something. I find it hard anyway. On to another game that's not very popular. Capcom Fighting Jam. I'm not going to do the joke that you fight Jam. You don't fight Jam, basically. Spoiler. Very interesting. The thing with this game, right? I enjoy it, right? This is one of those games I'm looking forward to getting back into once I've finished Round the World 80 fighting games. I want to play as the full roster. I went as, I keep forgetting his name, the dinosaur, Tizot, or whatever his name is, and there's that female character. I can't remember. The female character that they put in it, she's in it just for this game, you know. It's going to do my head in, that is. But it's very interesting, the characters that they've picked. So you've got Third Strike, Alpha, Street Fighter, and Red Earth, and Darkstalkers. Morrigan's not in it, see? I can't really remember. I got brain freeze now thinking about it. But I went as the dinosaur. I had really good fun with this game. It's a very impressive visual game, you know. I'm just having a look at what year this game came out, so I'm going to compare it to one of my other games. Alright, this came out 2004, right? Okay, another game I played. Playing some trash games. Taufang, Fist of the Locust. There we are. Handsome man on the front. What caught my eye? Two things caught my eye on the cover of this, right? Is the only on Xbox. This was before I decided to buy, to go for a complete only on Xbox collection. I'm not in a hurry for it. I'm being quite fussy. Some games are 50p, like the tennis games, and if it hasn't got a half decent condition, I'll get it again. I know it's only 50p, but I want the condition to be pretty good, okay? This cost me a couple of quid, actually. It wasn't like £1. It was like £5. It was north of £5, this was, right? So that caught my eye. But underneath it says, from the co-creator of Mortal Kombat. And it's a 3D game. 3D fighter, right? And when I played it, I think I played this yesterday morning. I didn't really enjoy it. I was ready. I enjoyed it for I think I got to the sixth stage or something, but it's very repetitive. It's a product of its time. There was a lot of janky games. This isn't the worst game in the video I'm going to talk about, right? Would I recommend it? If you go in for the full collection, you're going to have it in your collection. No, I wouldn't recommend this, you know. So this came out, I can't see at a glance what year it was. 2003, okay? So when King of Fighters 2003 came out, it just shows how good the King of Fighters games were they're so far ahead of its time, you know. Okay. Another trash game, Fighting Fury. I don't think you can select a woman. There's no women characters in it. It's janky. It's as bad as it looks on the cover. Believe I paid 50p for this, and I feel ripped off. I gotta be honest. I didn't rage quit this one. I didn't turn the camera off. Okay, that's coming next. I'll tell you about the next game. Not familiar with it at all, Tommy, but it's got what was it called? Is it Baki or something? There's a car, I can't remember. It's a series on Netflix that's caught my eye. I haven't really watched it, but it's an anime series. And it gave me that vibes. But looking on the cover, that's the best. That's the character I went. He's fighting in his pants, so I don't know why he's there with that robe on. Maybe it's the mode I put it on. Maybe I put it on naked man mode. But there's another guy had a nappy on. I was like, what the hell? It's very inconsistent with... Like, he's a shorter guy. But his legs, when you do one of the kicks, his leg goes right the way across the screen, you know? So, again, product of his time. Maybe it's the first... I don't think these game companies are around anymore. Maybe this was the first game they ever made. I don't know if you can see it there. It doesn't actually look that bad, but trust me, it's just fucking... That game can suck donkey balls. Right, the next game is called Fightbox. What caught my eye with this, other than the fact that I thought it was a fighting game, I think it is a fighting game. I'll tell you what my experience is on it, right? But how unusual is it? It's a BBC-made game. So people that pay the TV license in the UK, that money went towards this game. Yeah, so it gives me... So you've got this down here, like... in an arena, and do you remember? I think the game was called the movie was called Arena, and it was a really good film. We rented it from the video shop back in the day, and then we forgot what it was called, me and my brother, and we were like, "Oh, what was it called?" Looking for it, and then it was on either Amazon Prime or Netflix. I think it was Prime, and I watched it. It was we thought it was the best film we ever saw back in the day, but it was like there's a one human. And he fights in like a tournament against these different aliens from around the world. It was based on, I think, a space station. And this combat sport was the biggest sport ever. And there was politics in it. It was a really clever film for his time. Or so I thought. Played this game. Turned the camera on. And went, hey, YouTube. And I went, let me do my usual recap. So I read off we're up to volume 65 now, right? Filmed. So I was like, oh yeah, so I think I read off 63, 64 games. Great. Put it on. Selected the character select screen. You just got to select from the guys but you have no idea, basically, what they look like. Okay. So I thought, okay, it's an older game. This came out 2003. So this was coming out the same kind of time as Capcom Fighting Jam or King of Fighters 2003. And the game starts, right? It's like, oh yeah, this arena. And it zooms in then. And you've got to walk like round this spiral ramp. I don't know how to class it, up to the ring. But then there's like fire coming out of the floor. And it stops. Not like in a platformer, 3D platformer. And I was like, what the hell? And the controls are so jank, right? You couldn't use the left analog stick to control the camera. But it was like that was the right that didn't control the cameras, which what we get used to, or become accustomed to these days. The left analog stick, from what I can tell, was controlling you and the camera. So I was like running, and it was just terrible. There was a guy waiting for me on this platform. I thought he wants to talk to me or something. I touched him and I died. I was like, I'm not playing that. So is it even a fighting game? But if you look at the back, it definitely gives the impression of it being a fighting game. It's called Fightbox. And it's tournaments, compete in the TV and 4 new arenas. Piece of shit. I think this was $1.99 or 3 for a $5 in Llanelli Retribution. And fuck, this was the game I had for £1 because I think it was I may as well take a chance on it. You can't win them all, let's say. That game was fucking terrible. A very good game. I played Soul Calibur 3. I played this morning. It is the Soul Calibur I've played the least. The funny thing, I haven't played the first one, okay? But I've played all the other ones. The thing with Soul Calibur, it's like even number seems to win. I haven't got an opinion on the first one. I know it's very fondly remembered, isn't it? But in my opinion, 2, 4, and 6 are 9 or 10 out of 10 games. They're fantastic games. And it's like they almost dropped the ball with 3 and 5. There's nothing in this game. Visually, very good. The stages, very good. I haven't got a main. As far as I know, there's no guest character in it. You've got to unlock about 6, at least 6 characters by the looks of it. I haven't played this game for about 5 years, and I didn't have any memories, as if I'd never played it before when I played it earlier on today. Visually, it's good, but if I'm firing up the PlayStation 2 and want to play Soul Calibur, there's no way I'm going to play that over Soul Calibur 2. It's the same with the PlayStation 4. I'm not going to play Soul Calibur 5 over Soul Calibur 4. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but I did enjoy it, I'm not dissing the game. It's just that the 2, 4, and 6 are so such an amazing game. There's something about it that's missing, I don't know what it is. I did alright in it. I didn't finish the arcade or whatever mode I was in. I got beaten, and I did try to continue. I tried my best, put it that way, but these games, the older games, you got to practice them. You can't just play them once every 5 years and beat arcade mode. Like, I can't anyway. Okay, so that's all what I've been playing over the last couple of days. What I've been watching, other than all those murder documentaries and stuff, I've been watching Cobra Kai season 5. Are they on season? Yeah, I think it's season 5. It's okay so far. I think I've watched 3 episodes. I'm not saying they've run out of ideas, but series 1 and series 2 were brilliant in my opinion. They were really funny, all the new characters. I like the throwbacks where they actually got the actors in there from the original movies. And the funny thing is, right, I watched the episode, spoilers, okay, if you haven't watched any of season 5, jump forward a little bit. So I'd say to at least 30 minutes, jump forward. The guy from Karate Kid 3, do you know the bad guy? And he was quite an intimidating, even the actor is quite an intimidating person, because me as a youngster watching it, he gave me the creeps. Like, he looked like he could kick my ass. Daniel LaRusso, whoever that actor is, he's not an intimidating guy. Mr. Miyagi, he was a comedian in reality anyway, wasn't he? He's not intimidating, but this guy, and the guy with the long hair that's the main villain in it, he makes an appearance now, and he's aged, like they all seem to age really well, don't they? He's aged, but the random fact about that actor, there's a guy I used to work with in Curry's, I think he's engaged or married to this woman now. Well, her ex-boyfriend was that guy. She's American, and she used to date this guy. So he's always feels like, I don't know, as if he's been compared with this guy. I know it's probably all in his head, isn't it? It's the way guys think sometimes. Do you know what I mean? But I used to call him Karate Kid and stuff, just to wind him up. But I don't think he found it funny after a while. Yeah, so that's what I've been watching. I am enjoying it, but it's not as good. The first 2 series are better. I don't know, and it's a bit silly, do you know what I mean? It's a bit like, really, I don't know if they got a different writer in there, or they're trying to rush them out because they're so successful. I don't know. But yeah, maybe this will be the last season, yeah, there's not many characters they can bring back, Right, I've also been watching Berserk, okay? I put in disc 2, watched last night. I think, each episode isn't that long, 20, 30 minutes. So I watched 3 episodes. The thing with this, it does follow the books very strictly, The books have got a little bit more in there. So I haven't actually got to be really watching, because it's kind of reminding me, I think we're still on the first or maybe second book that far in it, But it's, how many discs is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 6 disc set, so I'm really looking forward to it. And I think this should take me past where I've read the books. I've read the first 4 books, okay? So it should take me past that. But it's gory as fuck. You can tell it's old, though. a theme song and stuff like that. It's cheesy as fuck and stuff, but I'm enjoying it for what it is, you know. But this Guts, man, he's the man. He is the man. And I've also watched, I didn't watch it on the TV, but I watched it last night. I was really struggling to sleep lately. I don't know. I thought it was my, because my mother's dog has been staying, so I've had to sleep with my bedroom door open. And I'm really fussy when it comes to anything different. I can't sleep properly. So last night I slept with the door closed. I still couldn't sleep, so I don't know what's going on there. I just worry about everything, you know. So I stuck, if you didn't know, Kira is actually on Netflix right now. This is amazing to watch on the big screen. Stuff like this makes me want to buy a bigger telly. I'm happy with my 42-inch. But have you seen the price on tellies recently? You can get like a 60-inch TV for the price of a 42-inch a couple of years ago, you know. So you haven't got to break the bank to almost have your own cinema in your house. Anyway, so I do recommend picking this up. But if you want to see what it's all about, it's on Netflix. It's not as good as the books, okay? The books, because if you didn't know, it's quite unusual. I think this is the most expensive anime film of all time. I don't know if that record's been broken. It was made in 1988, this came out, okay? But what's interesting about this was written before the books were finished. So the first half, or 75% of the film, follows the books. But the endings are not totally different, but they're very different. I won't go into spoilers in case both the books are my favourite. They're even better than Berserk, the books are. They are my favourite manga books ever. I can't see anything beating that. But yeah, I watched this again I must have watched it 30, hundreds of times. Really, I probably watched this 30, maybe 40 times, okay? And what's good as well, best way to look at this, right? The soundtrack's outstanding. I've got the soundtrack on CD as well. That's worthless. It's one of those you just sit down and listen to. What I don't think people realise with this film, it came out in 1988. And if you compare this film, the visuals in this film, to what Disney were putting out, this was light years ahead. Do you know what I mean? Millions of years ahead of fucking what Disney were putting out. And it still holds up now. Just check it out. Like, to me, yeah, that's my not steelbook, collector's edition. I went all out on that. I haven't got the 4K yet because I don't own a 4K TV. But yeah, I watched that last night on Netflix. And what I've been reading then, I haven't done a lot of reading. I thought I would read quite a lot this week, but I just haven't been in the mood. I got a routine where I read quite a lot when I'm in work. So that novel, that Across the Nightingale Floor, I'm really excited to read it, but when I'm sitting on my bed, I just have a lie down and I'd rather watch something, you know. So I'll probably finish that in the next couple of weeks. I'll keep you posted on that. But I am really enjoying The King of Fighters 2003. I'm taking my time with it. I haven't read that much, but it's quite a lot of dialogue in each page, you know. But so far, it starts off with Kei is fighting Kaio Kasangi. And then Ash is introduced. What's good as well is there's like members of the public just talk. Nothing to do with the they're not main characters. They're just extras, if you like. And they're like, oh, I didn't think the King of Fighters tournament would go on this year after what happened last year. No, but they've got to keep it going. And they're like, oh, there's so many fighters, but they're so handsome. It's hard to choose which one's my favorite. It's funny. It's like they really are in the world of King of Fighters. And then it obviously introducing the new characters. I have had a flick through. One of my mains, or two we can argue my mains, Leona, I know is in it. And Whip, the bottom there. Yes, it's really, really good. Really, I bought them a while ago, but they were a really good pickup. They were. I'm hoping there's only 2 volumes. Because I've only got 2. I hope it's not gonna 2's not gonna end on a cliffhanger and I gotta go track down 3 now, you know, and that could be quite pricey. So that's what I've been playing, what I've been watching, what I've been reading. I'm gonna go do all the housework now, because I had 2 dogs here for the week. This will be the 3rd time this week I've hoovered the whole house. But what I do, I put some music on and get in the zone then. I do it nice and quick, you know. It won't take me long. going dab handy at the old hoovering. Going to hang these pictures up. Then I'm going to chill out with probably some more Division 2. And maybe some Final Fantasy. And I'll watch at least one episode of Berserk, you know. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I had a bit of fun with the thumbnail of the last one. I did say, almost 1,000 games on my pickups video. So I might put, it's just me having a laugh, okay? Because some YouTubers really take the piss with their thumbnails. Like one of the ones I follow, it's as if they're dumbasses or something, but it's like they put one of the guys, I said in my last video, one of the guys put almost 2 hours of pickups, and you can see how long the video is. It's just over an hour 30 minutes, so it's nowhere near 2 hours. So I might call this one, like I'll do a fucking silly thing like that, or I'll do that. This should be my thumbnail right now. Yeah, but then I might grab my Neo Geo box that I got, Mark of the Wolves, and I might say complete Neo Geo collection. Alright, so only the people in on the joke will be the ones who've watched the video all the way through, okay? Just gonna have a bit of fun with it, you know? Or another way we can have a bit of fun, comment down below. Thank you anyone that's still watching me rabble on, right? As you can see, I got a Wales football top on, right? Comment down below, love the England football top, all right? So if you comment, I love the England, there'll be other people there and going, it's not in England, it's Wales. Just have a little bit of fun with it, you know? But thank you very much if anyone's got this far. Thank you for watching. Thanks for all my subscribers for clicking that subscribe button for me. And I will love you forever and ever and ever and ever. Before it gets even more weird, I'm going to cut it off there because I don't half talk some shit when I get tired. Love you. Bye.